Starting today, we will learn the missionary trip of Paul.
आजदेखि हामी पावलको पहिलो मिसन यात्राको बारेमा सिक्ने छौं।
According to the Bible, he had taken the missionary trips 4 times.
बाइबलको अनुसार पावलले 4 वटा मिसन यात्रा गरेका थिए।
Starting here 46 AD, 46 up until later 67.
उनको मिसन यात्रा सन् 48 मा सुरु भएको थियो भने उनले सन् 67 सम्म मिसन यात्रा गरे।
Beheaded in 68.
र 68 मा उनलाई मारियो।
Even 1 year before, he finished his number 4 missionary journey right here in 67.
उनको मृत्यु हुनुभन्दा 1 वर्ष अघि सन् 67 मा उनले आफ्नो चौथो मिसन यात्रा सकेका थिए।
He had taken the missionary trip 4 times. Okay, 4 times. Now, that ended at 67. Then, thereafter, he died in 68.
उनले जम्मा 4 पटक मिसन यात्रा गरे जुन सन् 67 सम्म रह्यो र सन् 68 मा उनलाई मारियो।
We will study the first missionary trip.
आज हामी पावलको पहिलो मिसन यात्राको बारेमा हेर्ने छौं।
Okay, so I will be spending with 8 lectures dealing with first missionary journey.
म यो पहिलो मिसन यात्राको बारेमा 8 वटा पाठहरुमा सिकाउने छु।
In order to understand Paul's letters, which means half of the New Testament, okay? In order to understand Paul's letters, which means New Testament theology, okay, we should understand his missionary journeys.
हामीले पावलका पत्रहरू जुन नयाँ करारको झन्नै आधा जति छन् अर्थात नयाँ करारको ईश्वर शास्त्र बुझ्नको निम्ति पावलको मिसन यात्राको बारेमा बुझ्नै पर्ने हुन्छ।
Without understanding the 4 missionary journeys, it is almost impossible to interpret New Testament theology.
पावलका 4 वटा मिसन यात्राको बारेमा नबुझिकन नयाँ करारको अर्थ लगाउन प्राय असम्भव नै हुन्छ।
Having said many times, New Testament is the story of first century Christian history.
मैले पहिले पनि धेरै पटक भनिसकेको छु, नयाँ करार चाहिँ पहिलो शताब्दीका विश्वासीहरूको इतिहासको पुस्तक हो।
That history book, half of the stories are about Paul's and his ministries and his missions.
अनि त्यो इतिहासको आधा जस्तो भाग चाहिँ पावल र उनको सेवकाईको बारेमा छ।
It is very important, okay, necessary for us to study Paul's life.
यसै कारण हामीले पावलको जीवनी अध्ययन गर्नु एकदमै अनिवार्य हुन्छ।
Previously, we have spent many hours in learning his early life.
यो भन्दा अघि उनको सुरुको जीवनी बारे अध्ययन गर्न हामीले धेरै समय बितायौं।
Here we begin his missionary life.
अब यहाँ हामी उनको मिसनको जीवनी बारे हेर्न सुरु गर्दै छौं।
Directly connected to his theology and his letters.
त्यो चाहिँ उनको ईश्वर शास्त्र र उनको पत्रहरूसँग सिधै जोडिएको छ।
Galatians and Thessalonians and Corinthians, Romans, Ephesians, Philippians, Colossians, all these letters are related to his mission trip.
गलाती, कोरन्थी, थेसलोनिकी, रोमी, एफिसी, फिलिपी, कलसी सबै पत्रहरू उनको मिसनसँग सम्बन्धित छन्।
Lecture 1 is Barnabas and Paul to Cyprus.
अब यहाँ उनको पहिलो मिसन यात्राको पहिलो पाठ छ, पावल र बार्नाबास साइप्रसमा।
It is the connection from the previous lecture.
यो चाहिँ अघिल्लो पाठहरूसँग जोडिएको छ।
Saul, not yet Paul, okay? Later his name was changed to Paul, okay? Saul served the Antioch church as a junior assistant pastor.
यहाँ साओलले यति बेलासम्म उनी पावल भइसकेका छैनन्। एन्टिओखियाको मण्डलीमा सानो सहायक पास्टरको रूपमा सेवकाई गरे।
Why we put it junior assistant? Because his name was listed at the end out of 5 leaders. Okay? Therefore, we just named them as a junior assistant pastor.
किन हामीले सानो सहायक पास्टर भनेर लेखेका छौं? किनकि 5 जना अगुवाहरू मध्ये उनको नाम सबैभन्दा अन्तिममा भएकोले हामीले उनलाई सानो सहायक पास्टर भनेर राखेका हौं।
The other assistant pastors were senior assistant pastors. Acts chapter 13 verse 1.
अरु सहायक पास्टरहरू चाहिँ उनी भन्दा माथिल्लो तहका थिए, जुन कुरा प्रेरित 13 को 1 पदमा हामी हेर्न सक्छौं।
According to Acts 11:26, Luke wrote Acts. Okay, Luke said this: Paul spent 1 year in Antioch church as a junior assistant pastor. Just 1 year, AD 45 to AD 46.
लुकाले प्रेरितको पत्र लेखेका हुन् अनि उनी प्रेरित 11 को 26 मा लेख्छन् कि पावलले सानो सहायक पास्टरको रूपमा जम्मा 1 वर्ष एन्टिओखियाको मण्डलीमा सेवा गरे। त्यो 1 वर्ष चाहिँ सन् 45 देखि 46 सम्म हो।
Near the end of the first year, as they were worshiping and fasting,
1 वर्षको अन्त्यतिर जसै उनीहरू उपवास र प्रार्थना सहित आराधना गर्दै थिए,
Holy Spirit commended them. Them means how many of them? 5 leaders. Okay. Holy Spirit commended them that you separate. For me, he said, for me means the Holy Spirit in Jesus. You separate for me Barnabas and Saul for the work to which I have called them.
पवित्र आत्माले ती 5 जना अगुवाहरूलाई भन्नुभयो कि मेरो निम्ति साउल र बर्नाबासलाई जुन कामको निम्ति मैले तिनीहरूलाई बोलाएको छु त्यसको निम्ति अलग गर भनी भन्नुभयो।
Acts 13, Acts 2 and 3 said that.
प्रेरित 13 को 2 देखि 3 पद।
Out of 5, all the pastors, okay? But you pick up these 2, okay? I have special job assignment for them. Remaining 3 of them, they have their own special assignment.
ती 5 जना सबै मण्डलीका अगुवाहरू थिए, जसमा ती 2 जनाले गर्नुपर्ने जिम्मेवारी फरक थियो भने बाँकी 3 जनाको अर्कै जिम्मेवारी थियो।
2 were assigned as a missionary work, traveling throughout the Roman Empire, sharing the gospel of Jesus.
साउल र बर्नाबास 2 जना चाहिँ रोमी साम्राज्यभरि घुमेर प्रभु येशूको सुसमाचार प्रचार गर्ने जिम्मेवारी पाएका थिए।
Remaining 3 also they have same job, different function. They will be staying at the home church and doing their home ministry, also supporting these 2 missionaries.
बाँकी 3 जनाले चाहिँ आफ्नो स्थानीय मण्डलीमा रहेर सेवकाई गर्ने र ती 2 जना मिशनरीहरूलाई सहायता गर्ने जिम्मेवारी थियो।
Which one is better? Which one is, less better? It's not. Okay? A different function.
कुन ठुलो र कुन सानो सेवा भनी हामी भन्न सक्दैनौं किनकि उनीहरूको बोलावट फरक थियो।
5 of them fasted and prayer. Then they obey what the Holy Spirit commanded.
अनि ती 5 जना अगुवाहरूले उपवास सहित प्रार्थना गरे र पवित्र आत्माको आज्ञालाई पालन गरे।
They lay their hands on the Barnabas and Saul.
तिनीहरूले बारनाबास र साउलमाथि आफ्ना हात राखेर मिशनरी अभिषेक गरे।
Just like when we send out our missionaries, we lay our hands upon the particular missionaries. We follow these practices.
हामी पनि मिसनरी पठाउँदा यसै गरी तिनीहरूमाथि हाम्रा हात राखेर पठाउने गर्छौं.
Bible says right here in Acts 13:5, in addition to Barnabas and Saul, there was a young boy called Marcus. Bible called him John. His original name is John. Okay, Marcus joined them as their helper.
प्रेरित 13:5 ले भन्छ कि उनीहरूको साथमा मर्कुस भनिने यूहन्ना पनि उनीहरूको सहायकको रूपमा उनीहरूसँग सामेल भए.
And they sent them off as their first missionary. In verse 3 said, Acts 13, verse 3.
यसरी उनीहरूले ती 3 जनालाई आफ्नो पहिलो मिसनरीको रूपमा पठाए भने प्रेरित 13:3 ले बताउँछ.
I said that in chapter 13, verse 4 says, Barnabas and Saul were sent to Cyprus.
प्रेरित 13:4 अनुसार बारनाबास र साउल साइप्रसमा गए.
This is Antioch. Okay. Now, this is Cyprus.
यो माथिको एन्टिओकिया हो भने यो तलको साइप्रस हो.
Okay. First mission field was Cyprus.
जुन उनीहरूको पहिलो मिसनको भूमि थियो.
Some information. Why Cyprus?
तिनीहरू किन साइप्रसमा गएका होलान्?
This island is whose hometown? Barnabas' hometown.
किनकि साइप्रस चाहिँ बारनाबासको गाउँ थियो.
Acts chapter 4, 36.
प्रेरित 4:36 मा हेर्न सक्नुहुन्छ.
It is natural that it would be far better to go to a mission field where you are familiar with.
आफूलाई राम्रोसँग थाहा भएको ठाउँमा मिसनको निम्ति जानु सजिलो हुन्छ.
You cannot just go any very totally strange area. God sends you to a place where you are familiar with.
हामी सिधै केही पनि थाहा नभएको ठाउँमा जान गाह्रो हुन्छ. त्यसैले परमेश्वरले तपाईलाई थाहा भएको ठाउँमा पठाउनुहुन्छ.
Not only that, it was Barnabas' wishes. What kind of wishes? To evangelize his hometown.
त्यति मात्र नभएर बारनाबासको पनि आफ्नो गाउँमा सुसमाचार प्रचार गर्ने चाहना थियो.
Because he knows his hometown very well, because he knows his people well. Not only that, he knows street names and road names. Okay? And also, he knows the governor.
बारनाबासलाई त्यो ठाउँको बारेमा राम्रो थाहा थियो. उनले त्यहाँका मानिसहरू, बाटो र त्यहाँका शासकहरूलाई पनि राम्रोसँग चिन्थे.
The governor also knew of Barnabas' conversion to Christianity from Judaism. You see right here, the governor who happens to be a friend of Barnabas.
त्यति मात्र होइन, तर त्यो प्रान्तका शासकले पनि बारनाबास यहुदी धर्मबाट ईसाई बनेका छन् भनी सुनेका थिए, किनकि उनी बारनाबासका साथी थिए.
So he was wondering about Barnabas, because Barnabas was a high society member as well, because he was a rich man.
उनले आफ्ना साथी बारनाबास ईसाई भए भनी सुनेका थिए र अचम्म मान्दै थिए, किनकि बारनाबास पनि उच्च घरानाका धनी मानिस थिए.
Bible said, Acts 13:7 said this, that governor, although he took a high position, also he was very intelligent man, he said that.
ती शासक एकदमै बुद्धिमान मानिस थिए भनी प्रेरित 13:7 पदले बताउँछ.
With this background, okay, circumstances, Holy Spirit inspired Barnabas. Barnabas, you go to your hometown, okay? And also you go there and you evangelize that governor.
यस्तो अवस्थामा पवित्र आत्माले बारनाबासलाई आफ्नो गाउँ गएर सुसमाचार प्रचार गर्ने र ती शासकलाई पनि प्रचार गर्ने प्रेरणा दिनुभयो.
His governor's office located here in Patmos. Acts 13 verse 6.
प्रेरित 13:6 अनुसार ती शासकको कार्यालय पाफोसमा थियो.
This over here is Paphos. This is a governor's location, governor's office located right here.
अब यहाँ मानचित्रमा पाफोस चाहिँ यो तल पर्छ जहाँ ती शासकको कार्यालय छ.
As he left Antioch, toward the Cyprus, Barnabas' mind was set on where? Paphos.
यात्रा सुरु गर्दै गर्दा बार्नबासको मन चाहिँ यही पाफोसतिर नै थियो होला.
Saul, he was not familiar with the island, because his hometown, Saul's hometown is right here in where? Tarsus.
तर पावल त्यो टापुको बारेमा त्यति थाहा नभएका मानिस थिए, किनकि पावलको गाउँ चाहिँ यहाँ माथि टार्ससमा हो.
But he had to follow Barnabas because he was his leader.
उनी त्यो टापुका मानिस थिएनन्, तर पनि उनले बार्नबासलाई पछ्याउनु पर्ने थियो, किनकि उनी तिनका अगुवा थिए.
Paul's mind would be visiting right here, his hometown. But he could not argue with Barnabas. He had to follow what Barnabas decided to go. Not only the remaining leaders also directed them to go to Cyprus.
पावलको मन त आफ्नो गाउँमा जाने थियो होला, तर बार्नबासले भने अनुसार उनी जानुपर्ने थियो, किनकि बाँकी अरू अगुवाहरूले पनि तिनीहरूलाई साइप्रस जान भनी पठाएका थिए.
Now this is my first lecture. Here Barnabas and Paul went to Cyprus.
यसरी यो मेरो पहिलो पाठ हो जहाँ बार्नबास र पावल साइप्रसमा गएका छन्.
Now you understand why the Holy Spirit led them to the island.
अब तपाईहरुले बुझ्नुभयो होला किन पवित्र आत्माले उनीहरूलाई त्यो टापुमा पठाउनु भयो भनेर.
In the next lecture, further interesting stories.
हामी अर्को पाठमा अझ चाखलाग्दो कुराहरू हेर्नेछौं.
May God bless all of you.
प्रभुले तपाईहरु सबैलाई आशीष दिनुभएको होस्.